An uninspired world. That's what we live in. We live in a world where if you are inspired, you're odd, you're special. If you're motivational, you can actually get a job as a motivational speaker. People are so uninspired that motivational people are needed just to get people inspired. Uh, I reflect on that today on how much energy it takes to be inspired in this world. I've tried to position my life to be as inspired as possible because I know the odds that I face. I know what I'm up against. You know, everything in life you should calculate what it costs. There was a scripture that says a person looked foolish because they begin building a house, but then they ran out of money and they didn't have enough to finish it. And so it was basically left half built. And the parable, which was a story, a parable is a story with a lesson in it. That's all it is. The lesson was before you do anything in life, calculate the cost. And so I calculate what's the cost to be inspired. There's a price to pay to be inspired. The first thing is it's going to cost a lot of energy. I put out, I exert so much energy each day just to keep myself inspired and not depressed, just to keep myself happy, not worried. I exert a lot of energy. I monitor that I push myself. That's the word. I have to push myself to the gym. I have to discipline, not easily let my mind go. I have to discipline my mind not to worry. I have to spend time in doing different things throughout the day to keep my life in order and to keep my life pushing forward so that I don't become like the world, uninspired. What's the cost of being inspired? Discipline, a level of walking alone in your journey. I think you need some you time. I think relationships are a huge part of stress. I think even when you're by yourself, you stress. I think you got to live where you want. I think I'm more inspired living in a warmer climate. I think if you could do what you love, I think that's a huge level of inspiration. I think, like I always share, I think you need luck. I have a couple people I know, they suffer physically, emotionally, and they totally hate life. And I understand it. Like, I'm not one of these people, like, I don't understand why they don't like life. They should be happy to be alive. For me, why I find that disingenuous, because people who usually tell me, like, you should be happy to be alive or something like that, usually they have a history of bad relationships in their life, unhealthy situations, and their life's in shambles. And so it's like, how can you take inspiration from somebody that lives an uninspired life? Even if they're inspired, if their life is uninspiring, can you be inspired by them? I can't. I'm not saying, I can't be inspired by people that have a different way they live life, but I have to look at someone's life and I have to say, you know what, there's a lot of things in there that are motivational to me, and this person's living a good life, and I could dig that. But I can't dig someone, going through a lot of hardship and saying that, life is inspiring, this world's inspiring. So it's like, you really have to get into your own world. You have to block out everyone else's things, because life is constant worry. You have kids, you're going to worry till you die. My mom always says that. Every time I talk to my mama, she goes, Sam, I have one wish, that all my kids are happy and that I don't have to worry anymore. That's a parent's wish. As you get older, the world is less inspiring. When you're young, the world's more inspiring. You look at, I want to build my career. I want to go to New York City. I want to become a fashion model. I want to become a real estate mogul. the world's very inspiring when you're young. There's endless possibilities. As you get older, and even if you're fortunate enough to live through certain those things, there's not much to them. So obviously, like people say, I think you have to keep setting new goals. I think that'll keep you inspired. For me, I definitely have to live below my means because even now I feel the pressure of always having to perform to make income. It's a never-ending chasing of the carrot. And that makes life uninspiring. We see why, look, there was a lot of debate during the government shutdown, but what it did expose is, look, most people, 80% of society lives paycheck to paycheck. That's uninspiring. Okay. Government workers, at least they're guaranteed money. Government workers are military, they're police, they're teachers. Those are government workers. Okay. And all the contractors that work for those government agencies, they're all living, 80% of them living paycheck to paycheck. Very uninspiring. But that's the reality. And that's why there was so much tension. And that's why Trump let go of the government shutdown, because he knew it was hurting too many people. So if what about all the other people that don't have guaranteed incomes, that don't work for governments, that aren't government contractors? What about them? What about when they get laid off? I've seen grown men cry when they got laid off because it's scary. It's uninspiring to have to constantly worry about survival. In this world, what you're doing is you're constantly surviving. Now, look, I'm a survivalist. I live full-time in my car. I go boondocking in the middle of nowhere, but I'm still traveling around modern amenities. But in one sense, I'm in very much survival mode. Life is constant survival. From the day you're born, and especially once you become an adult, your whole job is to survive. It costs a lot of energy to survive. You can't just sit and say, all right, life, treat me good. Like, life doesn't just treat you good. You got to actually have to go out there and put energy into building your life. What does it cost you to be inspired? Putting energy into building your life. Because if you don't build your life how you want it, this world's going to build your life into misery. Because you can't just sit there in life and say, all right, I want to be inspired. The world, entertain me. No one's going to entertain you. I was walking today by a beach, and there's a lot of people down here. It's the winter in Florida. And there was in one of these beach parks, they were throwing a birthday party for a young girl. And the theme of the party was like a unicorn. You know how all the girls want to be a unicorn? I don't know. Total disaster on that one. But let's stay positive. Fucking disaster. So it was about a young girl who wanted to be, it had a unicorn theme. Like, you're going to be a unicorn when you grow up. Total disaster. So the person who was orchestrating the birthday party, I stopped and looked because there was music playing. They were like under a pavilion. A pavilion is like a big picnic table, and they had it all dressed up, and there was music. So I was interested. I said, what's going on here? And then I figured out it was like a little girl's birthday party. But what caught my eye was there was some hot girl, probably like in her mid-20s, late 20s, that was the orchestrator. She was like a party planner. She was a party planner, and she was dressed up like a unicorn. She had a dress on, a nice dress. She had it was a wig, long wig, like a pink wig, but hot, sexy. She looked like a stripper, but at a kid's party. Huh, damn, it was good. I watched just for that. So I said, what the hell's going on over here? So I'm watching, and I said, what the hell's this girl doing? And then she's like entertaining these children. She's dressed up as like this princess / unicorn. Huh, it almost could be a good stripper outfit. She's dressed up. All the parents are watching her because the parents look very uninspired. One guy's like rocking his little baby in a crib. The other moms, they're looking at the one hot girl who's acting like a unicorn, entertaining their children. Like, damn, I remember when I used to look like that. And so everyone's looking at this girl in her mid-20s, late 20s, who is entertaining, playing the role of this unicorn. Like, remember back in the day, you'd have a clown, and the clown would entertain the young kids at a birthday party. At this birthday party, it was a unicorn. That's what happens in South Florida. In New Jersey, you get an overweight clown. In Florida, you get a hot 20-year-old unicorn. Okay, so she's dancing around, she's singing songs, she's doing like the whole Frozen bit or whatever they do. This young woman who was dressed up as like this princess unicorn, she was working hard. And she was doing a great job. She was keeping everybody entertained, very positive, very G-rated. But what I said to myself was, she's getting paid to inspire people. She's getting paid to inspire the children, and she was. She's getting paid to inspire the parents because the parents just want to see their children happy. And some of the guys wanted to see the girl too. It was a plus. But it was like, and she's probably not getting paid much. I mean, how much she get paid for a wedding planner? I mean, it's not the movies, so she's probably getting paid whatever. But it was like, you get paid just to inspire people. The world is so uninspired, you have to pay someone to inspire you. Huh. What's the answer? Well, this is observation. I'm in it with you. Every day I have to fight to stay inspired. I don't just wake up and say, all right, damn, I'm happy. I had to build my life. I had to downsize my life so I was no longer the 80% of society living paycheck to paycheck. That's painful. I had to move. I have to take care of myself. I had to lose 200 pounds. I had to cut off a lot of relationships. And I'm still, every day is a battle. Every day I have to exert a lot of energy. Every day. It doesn't get, some things get easier, but every day I'm fighting to stay inspired. And a lot of people have given up the fight. They sleep late. They putz around the internet. And then, their peak hours are 8 p.m. to midnight. And you go live at 8:30 and your day is almost done. You say, life, it took a lot of energy to stay inspired today. And they go, what? I'm real inspired. You're real inspired because you haven't moved all day. You're still in your house. At midnight, they're going to be very uninspired. And those are the depressed. Those are the people that tell you life is great. And at midnight, while they're by themselves in the house, total disaster. Yep, I know who I'm talking about. But is this message a positive message? Yeah, it's a positive message. Because look, I'm fighting to stay inspired. I'm in the fight. There's a scripture that says, fight the good fight of faith. But it's a fight. It's a fight to have faith in an uninspired world. Huh. It's not a cakewalk. It doesn't say, embrace the cakewalk of faith. It says, embrace the fight. Oh, now you get tired of fighting. But until then, you got to make the most each day. You got to look. You got, walk the beach. You got to spend time at the beach. You got to do what you love. I'm trying to do what I love. That's my last piece of the puzzle. Why? Because I'm trying to stay inspired. And as you get older, it gets harder. Because guess what? As you get older, your parents aren't paying for some hot young girl to come dress up as a unicorn to keep you inspired. You got to inspire yourself. You got to inspire yourself. And that's hard to do. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of work. People don't like to hear that. That's why people look, if I buy something, will it inspire me? Or if I buy a van, they don't want to talk about throwing out their stuff. They want to talk about buying something. They don't want to talk about, working on themselves. They want to talk about getting a relationship. And we all want the Insta high. I understand that. But this is my observation. Now we're going to go to all live comments. Each and every night on this YouTube channel, I go live. I do my little beginning message. And then I read each live comment. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you're subscribed, you'll be notified. I also notify people on my Instagram. My Instagram is the word inspire, the symbol _ the number 38. Inspire _ 38. And, that's what I do. I upload daily vlogs on this channel, try to keep myself inspired. And they're all a reflection of my life. And I go live every day. And I'm always interested to hear what people have to say in the live comments. In addition, they keep me company, and I'm thankful for them. There was one viewer today. Shout out to Sarah. It's her birthday today. Sarah's a longtime viewer from the West Coast. She's full-time living out of her car. She's a nurse. She's a nurse living in California, living out of her Jeep. Why? Because she's been through a divorce. She's been through 2, I think. And she is fighting to stay inspired. You go through a couple divorces. Rent's high as hell in California. You're a nurse. You're not lazy. You're working. And you got to fight to stay inspired. Okay. And that's the message tonight. All right. So love and respect. I'm going to roll down these windows and then drink my Trenta ice water. Yes, you can get free ice water from Starbucks. You order a coffee, say, can I have a large Trenta ice water with extra ice? I appreciate it if you guys click the thumbs up on this video, share the video, leave a live comment or leave a comment on a replay, and we'll read. I've seen you, Free to Be Me. Peace to you, Sam. Thank you, brother. Peace to you. How are you, Free to Be Me? How's your life? How's everything going with you? And how's your journey? Hank Life, I like some of your Instagram say, brother. I seen you with your dog, man. Reminds me of me, man. Hey, my brother from another mother. Yeah. When I see your Instagram, I said, damn, that like me back in the day, man. Hank, good to see you, brother. Keep pushing forward, man. Hank's trying his best to stay inspired. Brother's losing weight, trying to enjoy time with his dog. He's been through some divorces, that brother will tell you. But he's trying to make the most of his life. But it takes energy. But I'm not mad at him. I think he's on the right track. Why do I think he's on the right track? Because he's taking care of himself. He's trying to, he's trying his best as can to be healthy. He's trying to enjoy his dog and enjoy his life. And that's the best, you got to just give it a shot. But it takes energy, it takes effort. But, as long as you're here in this world, make the most of this world. Make the most of your life. But you have to exert energy to be inspired. It doesn't just happen. You have to fight worry. You have to fight stress. You have to fight negative people. Not easy, but we can do it. Well, we got no other choice. Hold on one second. Let me just click my own video here. Yeah, I'm thankful. Anyway, it was a beautiful day today in Florida. 80 degrees, sunny. I was on the beach. It was magical. A lot of girls in bikinis. Oh, yeah, that was inspiring. Very inspiring. Annie G, what's up, brother? How are you, man? How was your day? How's everything going? You, Annie G? Mel, that's my brother, Mel. What is going on, big dog? Mel, who you dating now, man? Mel's like me, man. Mel like the Asian MILFs. I'm not mad at that. Hey, Sam, I've been watching in the cut. Still supporting peace emoji, brother. I see that and I appreciate that, man. I hope you're doing good in your journey in life, and I appreciate the support, man. It means something to me. I love to drive. Hey, Sam and everybody. Hey, I love to drive. How are you? Good to see you. Brandon. Hey, Sam. Last I heard, my friend Michael Paul is still alive. We were praying for him last night. He went into dialysis. Well, that's not good. My grandfather, once you go into dialysis, that's not good. I'm not going to lie to you. And his kidneys need stabilized. Yeah, my grandfather went through that before they can fix broken bones. As far as I know, he's still alive, but he needs a miracle. Well, brother, prayers to you, grace. And look, health problems are the most uninspiring thing in the world. Sometimes health problems can spur you to be inspired. I mean, when I had nerve damage, when I had a health problem, I said, well, I don't, even though this world's uninspiring, I don't want to be in pain. But, when you're in that point, there's nothing you can do. Is you need the grace of God. And I'm going to pray for him. I don't like to see anyone suffering, man. Life ain't worth living when you're suffering. I don't believe it is. I don't. But I'm going to pray for him, brother. And I appreciate you giving us an update. And like I say, I see my grandfather when I was very young. I remember him going through dialysis. And the caretaker would come to the home and that's what it is. When you're on dialysis, basically your kidneys are failing or failed. And your kidneys, in some sense, are a filter to your body. Your body's basically a machine, and the kidneys are like your air conditioner filter. And when you don't have your kidneys filtering your body, your waste, and everything else, it all just backs up in your system, and your system can't process food. It can't digest properly. It can't urine and stuff like that doesn't relieve the waste properly. It's just that your whole system backs up in one sense, very generic sense. So, love to you, brother. Shelly! Hey, Shelly. I missed so many live chats. That's all right. You're just doing you. While traveling and no reception. Bad face emoji. But I'm here now, so glad. Well, Shelly, let's make the most of tonight, because it may be all we have. We just got to be thankful. Shelly, good to see you. Shelly, constant survival mode can cause so much stress. That's true. It's so much harder for some of us to survive out there. Well, I totally agree. I have compassion on everyone. As I get older, I realize how hard it is. I realize how much energy I put into not just surviving, but to thriving. Because if you're surviving, you're not inspired, you're just surviving. You have to put a certain amount of energy into surviving, and then you got to step it up another notch to be inspired. That's why people look at me and say, how are you inspired? I said, I'm giving it all I got. I'm giving it all I got. And it's not easy. Free to be me. The price we pay to live a minimal life is mental strength. Well, I agree with that. To not go the way of the majority of society. Well, I agree with that, brother. Good comment. You're better off for it because, like I say, most of society, 80% paycheck to paycheck. And But look, even when you live simple, you could. I've often said that too. Like, I don't want you still spend money. I still spend money. You gotta spend money to eat, to live, to survive, to put gas in your car, to pay insurances. Nothing in this world is free. So I don't want to act like you live a minimalistic life and you're inspired. Not necessarily. It's just one part of the equation. You still have to work. You still have to produce income. You still have to put energy into any venture you want to do in life. Life's a constant fight. From the moment you have to fight. Everything of every motivational person that does everything good, it's all about everything you want in life. You have to go after. Nothing comes to you, and that's the price of inspiration. Exerting a lot of energy to get there. It's true, and that's why I protect my energy. That's why I don't allow everyone in my life. That's why, for me, I need a lot of time by myself. Most of the day I'm walking around, I'm very quiet. I'm to myself. I'm listening to my music. When I see people, I speak, nice, calmly, softly. It's a few words, and I just doing me. And I'm trying to avoid worry. Worry's constantly on my mind. Stress, everything. All bad thoughts. People, just life. You just think about all that stuff in your mind. Oh my God. So you gotta fight to stay inspired. You gotta fight all those thoughts off. Not easy. Gilbert, Sammy just got here. Gilbert, good to see you, brother. Queens in the house. Trent to Icewater on a nice hot night in Florida. 70 degrees, brother. Damn, it was nice tonight. What's temperature in Queens, man? Gilbert. Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good to have you, Gilbert. Gang and youth. What's up, man? Blessings from NYC, Queens. You and Gilbert. Good night, Sam. Good night to you. I'm learning just by listening. Well, brother, I appreciate that, man. I take positivity. When you connect with people that are like-minded, that inspires you because you feel like you're not alone. And you say, well, I got a little bit of break in the day, because most of the day you're fighting people. You're fighting awkward conversations. People have different viewpoints. Everyone's in a rush. Everyone's in a rush. Doesn't matter if you're in the city, if you're in Queens, or if you're in the beach. Let me tell you something. A lot of people in the rush. A lot of people rushing around on the beach. A lot of people rushing around on vacation. That's why I do like better in the summer in Florida. Less people here. But the Jersey Shore in the summer, total disaster. What should you do? Whatever you want. Emo, Mima. Good evening, Sam. Good evening to you, emoji. Jost. Yo, Sam, prayer emoji. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Hank Life. I had to butt my sister in her place. Today, he says. She was trying to tell me how to live my life. Yeah, don't let her do that. And she's living in my mom's house. Yep. And has 4 credit cards and felony bankruptcy. Hank Life, brother, me and you, man, vibe, man. I see a lot of my journey in your journey, man. I totally get it. But, brother, just stay positive and just don't justify yourself to her. But it's once in a while, you got to speak your mind. You have to articulate that she has had just as much help as you. And you got to just I avoid conversations with most of my family. I love them. I appreciate different things, but it ends up nowhere. Brother, I hear you. I hear you, brother. I hear you. I hear you. I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm trying to stay positive. Good job, brother. Good to see you. And that's life. That's what we're up against. But, whether it's your sister or someone else, what they're fighting is uninspired life. So they got all these bad thoughts, and they got all this stuff going through their mind. They're inactive. And being that they're inactive, they want to push that on you, and they want you to basically prove yourself to them, and they want you to prove that why should they be inspired? When you have to prove anything to anyone, just get away from them, because it's a never-ending battle, and you need all your energy to be focused on yourself. Inactivity is a recipe for totally being uninspired. When I sit too long, I feel my body aching to be used. If you sit idle, you will definitely be uninspired. You have to move. Every hour, you need to get up and walk. This is the longest time I sit all day long. For one consecutive time. Usually I go, I have to get up every so often, just walk around, even for like 2 minutes, just to get my blood flowing. Very true. Shelly. Knowing the feeling. My daughter is telling me I need to get rid of my dogs and settle down. Doesn't think I should be traveling around. Well, look, you're an adult. You're paying your way. I've been down that road. It's tough. I'm in a mature place now. I've been on both sides of that. I remember when my mom got 3 dogs, and I said, Ma, you shouldn't get more than 2 dogs. You don't need another dog. But she had got out of a relationship, and she wanted a dog to comfort her. Sure enough, 5 years later, she had to give up that third dog because it was too much to take care of. But as I matured, I realized, look, I can't tell my mom what to do. I can't tell anyone what to do. That takes maturity. So when I was young, I was a little bit immature. It doesn't even matter if you're right. And that's what maturity is. Yeah, you have four. A total disaster. But I love you, Shelly. Like, and that's what I've learned through maturity. When I was younger, I didn't understand that. As you get older and as you fail and as you experience life, what I realize now is even if I may disagree, I don't have a right to tell someone else what to do if it doesn't affect me and if they're not hurting anyone. So I have to respect that, look, that's the way they're dealing with life, and that's what they choose to do to be inspired. So I have to mind my business and focus on my own life. See, that's a mature answer. In my younger days, I'm not going to be honest with you. I'd say, oh, so that's all part of growing up. You gotta focus your energy on what you need to do for you, not other people. That's true. Good comment, Shelly. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you sharing. Hank, yes, I don't talk to my sisters and tell me I can't live in my van. Psh, brother, yes, don't let them do that. I'm very happy in my van with my dog, brother. You fit the criteria. If you're not hurting anyone, and you're not, asking for anything from anyone, if you're not parking on your sister's lawn, guess what? It's none of her business. So don't worry about that. Good comment too, brother. I appreciate that. Ooh, what's up, man? Sam, a couple of nights ago, I had a comment about Detroit getting its first robot. I remember that. It was a robot brothel. All right. I guess you didn't read it correctly. Oh, okay. I remember the robot comment. I didn't know it was a robot brothel. What's a brothel? It's basically like a prostitution house. Have I ever been one? Yeah, in Newark, New Jersey. I went into a prostitution house. And when I was down in Miami Beach for a bachelor party, there was a lot of prostitutes. I've had my interaction with prostitutes. Am I mad at them? No, I'm not mad at them. In some places in America, it's legal. There's some places in Las Vegas that's legal. Would I do it now? No. I think you're just better off masturbating. Would I get a robot to have sex with? No, I wouldn't. Probably because I would have to change her oil. Just too much work. Collie, thank you for the love. Thank you so much for the positivity. Hope to meet you out there someday. Well, Collie, heart emoji, prayer emoji, smiley face. I want you to know I appreciate that. I thank you. I see you. It means something to me. I don't just say that and then go past it. I reflect on every person that's ever said anything positive and done anything positive for me. So I want you to know it's appreciated. And thank you. And just don't feel like, after I say thank you, I forget about you. I appreciate you. It means something to me. I try to take time. I want to show that gratitude and appreciation and keep moving forward in your life. Stay around positive people. And just because someone's positive doesn't mean necessarily they're going to be on your journey the whole time. We draw inspiration from people at some point in our life, but there's other parts in our life that then we get uninspired by them. There was a point in my life where I was inspired by certain people and then I was uninspired by them. I was inspired by musical artists, then I got tired of them and then they no longer inspired me. I was inspired by a pastor, I was no longer inspired by them. And so I'm sure there's people, I have a fair evaluation of myself. I'm sure there's going to be times where people are inspired by me and then they get tired of me. We get tired of everything. And that's the trick. That's why it's a lot of energy to stay inspired in an uninspired world, because even what does inspire us, it wears off. There's a quote, I think, from Zig Ziglar. He was a motivational speaker. Again, it's a full-time job to be a motivational speaker in an uninspired world because people need motivation. So one quote that he has is that motivation, you should motivate yourself daily, because motivation is like a shower. You don't take a shower once and say you don't need it anymore. You need motivation daily. And so every day you have to give yourself a shower and motivation. I often say hygiene is self-care. Motivation is soul care. Hygiene is self-care. Motivation is soul care. To take care of your soul, you got to be inspired. That's what it means to be baptized by fire. Not like all crazy, basically being baptized by fire means you're inspired. You have a level of inspiration. You got the fire in your belly. Thank you, Kali. Love and respect to you, appreciation, and thank you. That means something to me. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Kali, and Shelly too. Yeah, but the robot thing, yeah, Shelly. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate you. Well, love is reciprocal. I try to make sure that I show reciprocal love, because I've been on the other end of a relationship where I didn't feel it was reciprocal. I feel like someone said thank you, and then like as soon as they said thank you, they just boom, they're out. I was like, well, even though it was nice to say thank you, they're fucking out of here. And you want people to say thank you a few times. Now, it's always debatable how many times do you say thank you. There was a whole episode on Seinfeld that he had said thank you to someone a couple times, but then the guy got upset because he didn't send a thank you card. Like, Jerry called him up to thank him for the tickets. He said, look, I really want to thank you for giving me these tickets to the basketball game or whatever. But then he was also supposed to send him a thank you card in the mail. Now, because he didn't send a thank you card, the guy got offended. So there's always a balance. How many times I got to say thank you? Just like if you sneeze 3 times, how many times do I have to say God bless you? I try to say God bless you every time, damn it. Because I want to be positive, but it's not easy. It's not easy to be inspired. Oh, God bless. You gotta laugh. Come on. Hang life. I have all my bills paid for. I'm not mad at that. I have a few dollars left over in April. Good for you, brother. My friend will be paid off in less than 6 months. Hank Life, money bag emoji, and then a car emoji, and then you dancing emoji. Why? Because it does feel good to be out of debt. And look, that's, my life goal, living simple. I just want to save. I want to live simple so I don't have to always be on the hook to people, and so that I don't have to always be burdened with work. Like even now on the weekends, sometimes I do work to catch up so I'm not behind on the weekdays. I mean, for me, I care. So when I work, like I'm always thinking about how am I performing and am I helping my job, my company, and my boss, because I care. And so like I feel that pressure even when it's the weekend. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hard to turn that off. I remember Bill Parcells used to say that's why he quit head coaching so many times. He said it's hard to turn off caring. And when you're a caring, empathetic person, you're always thinking about wanting to do the right thing. It's a battle. We gotta stay positive. Chad, I saw you on the gram today. I saw you, and thanks for visiting my Instagram. No problem, brother. I want to show reciprocal love. I don't want to just give you a sermon on reciprocal love and then not check out your guys' social media and not encourage you guys. If it's reciprocal, can't just me say, oh, thank you. I have to put energy into your life. I have to show thanks to Kali. I have to show thanks to everyone else in this chat room, and that's why I read the comments. Also, it keeps me company. And I want to put energy into your lives. I don't want to just take from your lives. And that's what it means to be a reciprocal relationship, a equally give and take type, balanced relationship. It can't just be a sermon. It has to be action. I'm encouraged that maybe I can build an audience. You give it a shot. In small community, you inspired me, encouraged me. Well, I want to encourage people to do it. I always want to give you the real. Most of your inspiration is going to be hard work, not rewarded. A year of just doing it and not getting any reward, and then even when you do it, you're sacrificing more of your privacy and your mental health than you realize. But at the same time, I do it so I don't want to be disingenuous. But what I want to tell you, anyone who shares their life on a global platform, maybe for hopefully one day to blow up and to make it a way of living, there's no problem with that. I mean, I do that, but there's a price to pay. Like I started this live feed about what's the price to be inspired. There's a price to pay. I mean, there's a price to pay to be inspired. There's a scripture that says, don't start building a house until you calculate the cost. Don't start a YouTube channel until you calculate the cost. What's the cost? Number one is your privacy is going to be invaded. People at your job, people in your family, they're going to be watching your videos and then they're going to be analyzing it. So you just told your sister, like, like if Hank went live tonight on YouTube, like now his sister's watching. She's not under her real name. She's under I'm a unicorn 69. That's her tag name on YouTube. And she's watching Hank. Hank just did an hour live feed about how he hates his sister. Now his sister's got a vendetta. She's telling his mom something crazy. And that's how this whole world's crazy. So what do you say? What's the price to pay on YouTube? Privacy. Number two is a lot of effort, a lot of energy in the beginning, and you get nothing back. It takes a while to build an audience. There's no guarantees. What's the reward? The reward is if you love to do it, that's one of the biggest blessings in life. The reward is over time, it will build. The reward is hopefully over time after it builds and you're doing what you love, if you can get an income off it, that's even more of a blessing. So I want to give you guys both. I want to give you the negatives and I want to give you the positives. But everything has a cost. I want to give you the real. And I want to encourage you to live your most inspired life. If your most inspired life is building an audience on social media or whatever platform, then do it. I want to encourage people to live their dream. but I want to give you my experience. Love and respect. Hydration break. Good job. See my sleeping bag back there? I ain't gonna have to use my sleeping bag tonight. It was hot today in Florida, 80 degrees. Kylie, thank you again, Kylie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Woohoo! I'm going to Vegas in 3 weeks. Okay. Well, I know you just so Woohoo is from Detroit, Michigan. He went to San Diego, but he had to go back to Detroit because his business was starting to go downhill. Because what he found is when you're not around, your employees, they're not focused. Like they say, when the cat's away, the mouse play. I mean, somewhat that's true. Look, when you're a leader, you have to have a presence. It doesn't always have to be physical, but it depends what job. Like if you have a physical job, then you got to physically be present. If you're in a virtual technology job, then you don't always have to be present. You're present online. So, it's a variety of things. But brother, I'm not mad at you. Vegas is nice, but no ocean. But I love and respect. Kali. Hope I said this right. Cooley is my name. Okay, is that right? Cooley? Cooley is my name? Like Cooley High? James, Sam, one of my biggest problems sometimes throughout the week is feeling of being uninspired. Every day we got to fight that, brother. I hear you. I feel like there has to be some type of reward in the process. Hey, Sam. Hello to you, brother. Look, man, the reward is you're fighting for your happiness. That's the reward. I feel like, now look, sometimes I feel like we are pawns. Our whole lives, we're in a fight to survive physically, to thrive emotionally. And if we're not, like people I totally understand why people are uninspired. Most people are. Like I say, it's a job to be a motivational speaker. Why? Because you have to motivate people. People are not motivated. People are not inspired. Why? Because life is not easy, especially as you get older. But even today, when I was watching a young kid's birthday party, they paid a woman, a party planner, to come inspire children by dancing, by singing, by doing a princess thing. The children weren't going to just come to the birthday party and be inspired. They needed someone to get them all worked up. And I was looking at this beautiful girl who was dressed up like a unicorn, very magical. But what I learned dating a stripper, they look different with their uniform on. So, but I thought to myself, because I know life, this unicorn party planner, I know when she goes home and she takes off that wig and that outfit, I guarantee you she's uninspired. She output a lot of energy. But maybe she is inspired, but all I'm trying to say is she's got to have a lot of downtime because she was exerting a lot of energy to get that inspiration level up. Free to be me. The 80% are about consuming unnecessary clutter, self-medications, and debt. Crabs in a pot syndrome. It is. But do you blame the crabs or do you blame the people that created a pot and then dumped all the crabs in the pot? A lot of people blame the crabs. They blame the people, but they don't blame the system. They don't blame the people that created the system. So there's a lot to be said for a higher level of accountability. And, they lash out when we talk about rechanging how we look at society, the economics of society, the structure of the tax system, the structure of capitalism. They blast people that want to reform that. They're totally okay with 80% of society living paycheck to paycheck. They're totally okay with most people being unhappy. They don't want to change that system. I don't know why you would say you're winning in life, you're winning in society, if the vast majority of society is uninspired. I don't think that's a winning society. I just think it's a functioning society, and the people controlling the barrel are on the very top. And never forget it, the most privileged people in society never want to give up their power. And they will pit the unprivileged in society against each other because that's how they win the game. They don't have the numbers in their favor, but they have the manipulation in their favor. Never forget it. James, Sam, it looks cold. It's not cold. It's hot in Florida. Some face, I'm like, yeah, it's magical. It keeps me inspired. That's why I changed my life. I had to get down to Florida. The cold weather, total disaster. Good job. Praise the Lord. James, no worry. It's cold here in Texas. And raining. I'm sorry, brother. I don't want to rub that in, but I've been there. It's a disaster. Cooley? Oh, stop it. Thank you. You say God bless. You all 2 times. Then I say, now it's on him. I laugh my own. Good to laugh. And you say it all. Well, amen. Say it right now. Laughing. Cole. Cole? I hope I said it right. Prayer emoji. Love to Cole. I think it's Cole. Love and respect. Good to laugh. Hank, I'm the happiest I've ever been. There you go, brother, in my life. It's taken me 56 years, brother. Hank, if you're happy, you don't have anything to prove to anyone. But, you gotta, look, at 56 years old, you can't be living for your sister or anybody. You gotta just do what you gotta do for you, man. And if you're happy in your van, brother, I'm happy in my car. Believe me. And it's, but I still have to fight. Like, before I went live, I went for a walk, and I was thinking about things I gotta do for work. I was thinking about life. And even like when I was walking past that kid's birthday party today, I was thinking to myself, man, remember when you're a young child and your mind hasn't been hurt enough to understand all the realities of life, and you have an innocence. Young children and even young adults, there's an energy, there's an innocence, and there's a passion. As you get older, that flame dies more, and you need more inspiration. And so when I walk by these things in life, like, I'm an observer, and I say to myself, damn, it's as I get older, it's hard to find that joy. It's a constant battle. Mark Travels, that's our brother with Big Dirty Logistics. Hey Sam, it's Big Dirty himself. See, that's what I mean. Like Hank Life's, a sister's gonna come in here. She's not gonna be her real name. She's gonna be Unicorn 69. Big Dirty Logistics, his name, Mark Travels. Hey Sammy, it's Big Dirty. I don't get signal out here. Mark does. Excuse me. We're still in the desert. 2 more days, brother. I love you. Shout out to you, and Mark and you. On YouTube, there's different profile names. You never know who's who. But I can feel the love and I can feel the positivity, and that's how I decide who stays. As long as the love is positive and it's reciprocal, I say love and respect. Cooley, one more super chat for you to say my name right. Well, I hope I say it right now. Now I got all the pressure on me. You inspire me every time you post. Now I got to say the name right. Cole Lee. I hope I got that right, because now I feel the pressure on me. Laughing. Good. Well, at least you're laughing at it. Thank you. Coley, thank you for the love. Much appreciated. And I'm thankful that I inspired you. And if I said your name wrong, don't take it to heart. Coley, it's all love and it's appreciation and a sincere thank you. And keep laughing. Keep laughing. And keep your spirit light. And thank you for the appreciation and thank you for the support and the love. Appreciate it. Thank you, Coley. I think I got it. Give me a thumbs up if I got it. Did I get it? Oh, yes. Left my eyes. Good. Yes, I got it. All right. Praise the Lord. Thank you. Coley. Kiki? Is it? No, Coley. Thank you, Coley. Loyalty means everything. What's up, Sam? What's up, brother? How are you, man? Good to see you. How's everything, man? Allen, Illinois. What's up, man? Hey, Sam. Oh, I dropped my preacher right. Hey, Sam. Keep moving forward. Well, amen. That's the thing. Moving forward is the key to inspiration. It's hard to keep your mind going forward. My mind wants to go backwards. I think the older you get, the more your mind wants to go backwards. Why? Because you have more memories than you do hopes. I think as you get older, I think you have less hopes and more memories. And I think memories bring you backwards. And that's why you really got to try to be hopeful about different things. Whatever it is for you. Every day I just hope, I don't know. I just hope it's hot and I could walk on the beach and enjoy my life as best I can. That's really it. I'm just trying to live a peaceful life, enjoy myself every day, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for what I have. And that's it. I'm positive. I'm trying to be thankful. Good. I hope you're moving forward. Out of Illinois. Chicago weather. Total cold disaster. I don't know what that is. That looks like an alien freezing his ass off, damn it. I'm sorry, out of Illinois. I'm sorry it's a disaster up there. Brother, if I could send some heat, I want to give you heat, but I don't want to lose any of my heat. It's 80 degrees down here, man. Very nice. I love you, out of Illinois. I hope you stay positive. Keep laughing, man. It's a disaster up there. Coley, thank you again, Coley. I'll keep pronouncing it. I'll keep trying. Laughing good. Yes, I got to praise the Lord. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mark, a.k.a. Big Dirty Sam. We are just starting our YouTube. All right, working on videos. Well, I'll check it out. I'll support it. We have one up right now. Okay, well, we're going to click on it and check it. You got to check it out. I will. It's under Big Dirty Logistics. All right, I got to go to his channel. I think am I subscribed to Big Dirties? If not, I'll have to search it. Okay, I will, brother. Thank you for sharing. I'm all about mutual support and love. So, post a pic. Post it. What is it of? Is it of you guys traveling in Arizona, Illinois? Number one, hands up. Goal: stay healthy. Well, Illinois, that's a great goal. Mind and body. Okay. A lot of people join Planet Fitness to get their physical health together, but a lot of people neglect their mental health, physical health, mental health, spiritual health, and emotional health. How do you get physically healthy? The first step is not working out, it's eating right. So what you put in your body, what you physically put in your body, and it goes into your digestive system, that is part of a healthy body. Okay. You can work out like a madman or a mad girl, but if you don't eat right, it doesn't matter. And the next is you got to move your body. Your blood's got to get flowing. When your blood flows, it delivers nutrients and oxygen to your cells. Hank Life. Sam, I have coffee on me in the morning. Well, brother, thank you. I'm going to get it with no sugar because I want to be healthy, brother. I love you and I appreciate it. Thank you, Hank. And that's why I cut out sugar too. I cut out sugar out of my coffee. That was my first step to health. Now, I enjoyed eating unhealthy, so I don't want to be disingenuous. But then there came a certain season when my physical health suffered too much. And so my first step was not putting sugar in my coffee. Moving my body, going for a walk. I didn't start doing a crazy workout regimen. Like there was like this thing like PX92 or something. And I remember like I knew some guy, he was real buff. He's like, Sam, you got to get on PX92. I was like, brother, I'm just trying to walk around my block without being out of breath, man. He was trying to get me on some big workout program. I said, bro, I got this, man. Go at your own pace. Never forget, go at your own pace. Because ultimately, look, the ultra motivated guy that's on some like crazy workout regime, he's not going to be there for you the rest of your life. You got to figure out your own life. Cut down the sugar. Eat greens, vegetables. Try not to saute your vegetables in oil as much as you can. I mean, you got to have a little fun in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you some tips. Move your body. And mental health is you got to cut out certain relationships. Mental health is affected by relationships, which you can't watch all those horror movies and expect to have good mental health. You can't watch all those rape abduction movies and expect to have good mental health. Got to watch things that make you laugh, inspired, encouraged. And you got to watch a little bit of drama, but not too much. And then spiritual health. Spiritual health is, look, you got to figure out what your deep beliefs are. I'm not going to push mine on you, but I went on my journey. You got to figure that out for yourself because we're spiritual beings. We're not just alive. We're not just a tree. A tree is alive. A human, you have a soul. That's the difference between you and a tree. Now, shout out to all my atheist brothers and sisters. I'm not pushing on you. Do whatever you want. This is my experience. And then finally, just got to balance all those things out. You can't become an extremist. And I got close on the edge of extreme. I almost became anorexic. I almost got too religious. Life is a delicate balance. Inspiration is a delicate balance. And balance is the key to life. Shout out to all my Buddhists out there. Balance is a big part of their regimen. But love and respect, man. Thank you again, Hank Life. And thank you, Coley. Thank you both. Thank you, Hank Life, Coley. Loyalty means everything. Positive vibes in a crazy world. Well, I totally agree with that. Positive vibes only. I say only and then I pull myself back. I mean, a little bit of negativity in life once in a while lights a fire under your butt, but I like all positive. Norma, hey Norma. Hey Sam. I hope your day was great. Got here in time to see you preaching. Well, praise the Lord, says the choir. Look at my rag. You gotta have fun a little bit too. You gotta laugh. Don't take it too serious. You missed my whole... Norma, you got to watch the replay. I did a whole breakdown of a unicorn girl at a kid's birthday party. I was totally inspirational. Why, it was a very good story. You should watch the replay on this. It's very good. Good to see you. Coley, what if you eat like a 5-year-old without a mom? Well, there was a season of my life where I did that, and that's why I can't take that away from anyone. So I can't tell you be a vegetarian and don't there for 10 years of my life just about I was a complete glutton. I ate everything I want to. So I'm not here to tell anyone how to live. I'm just saying as that you'll know when that season is over. Everything in life has a season, and maybe even gluttony. But once that season is over, and for me, when was it over for me? When I could barely tie my shoe? When I could barely fit my arm around my wide ass to wipe my butt? When I started to have chest pains and nerve damage, I said, all right, this is enough. So you'll know when this season is over. But all I can tell you with regards to that, the older you get, the harder it is to lose weight. Because the older you get, your metabolism goes down. You don't have as much energy. Like even now, I'm 38, I'll be 39 this year. I can't walk as much as I walked 3 years ago. I just can't. I have a different energy level. Um, so but I love people no matter even if they never get their health together. Like these are just my goals and my thoughts. Like my mom is she struggles to eat a piece of lettuce. She told me today, well, Sam, I love my mom. She says, Sam, I went to Burger King. At least on a chicken sandwich, I ate the lettuce and the tomato. And she was like, I was like, so what am I going to do? Am I going to yell at my mom? I said, well, good job, Mom. I'm happy that at least you ate the lettuce and the tomato. What are you going to do? That's what I mean, but that's part of maturity, right? Like in my younger days, I was like, no, what do I accept people. That's part of maturity. And if you can't accept people, then you got to get them out of your life. And that's also part of maturity. Maturity is you accept people for who they are. And if you can't, then you can't have them in your life because it's going to be unhealthy. It's unhealthy for you to try to control someone else. I don't want to control anyone. So if someone who wants to do something I disagree with, as long as they're not hurting anyone, it's none of my business. And I have to either love them and accept them, or I have to get away from them. Now, sometimes you may have to get away from them because it's not good for your health. And there's some people I cut off. They weren't necessarily doing anything that's I should say is wrong, but it just wasn't good for me to be around them. It was killing my inspiration. This is all part of that journey in life. Good points. Thank you, Coley. Hank Life. Steva Sugar is from Leave. I use it. Okay. There were some people in Starbucks today. They were complaining because there wasn't any more raw sugar. I guess Starbucks, I don't put any sugar, but I guess there's raw sugar on a counter, and some people like putting that in there. Illinois, it's a cold disaster up there. Check out Dr. Furman's nutritional diet on YouTube. I never heard of it, but okay. Tara, Kentucky's in the house. Hello, friends. Hello. Dropping in. Oh, she knows about self-care and getting her stuff together. My lunch break again. I'm not mad at you. Hopefully, I can be here the whole chat tomorrow. You missed a good unicorn story. Watch the replay. Much love. Heart emoji. Good job, Tara. Good to see you. Good luck with the rest of your workday. Hank Life. I eat more fruits and veggies and drink a lot of water. Hank Life. Hydration break, brother. You're getting it together. Just keep taking those small steps, brother. And go for a walk every hour. Hank, just go for a walk. 5-minute walk. You don't have to go climb Mount Everest. Just go for a walk. Keep your blood flowing. Hank Life. Last year I was 398 pounds. Now he's 329. Now he is 329. So he basically lost 70 pounds. Hank, keep repeating that you lost 70 pounds so that you keep the vision in front of you, brother. Very proud of you. Out of Illinois. Yeah, beans are great. I had beans today. What beans do I have? I have Goya, and I did a video about that. Goya red beans, low sodium. Canned goods, you have to be careful. They may have no fat and low calorie, but they have a lot of sodium. What is sodium? Sodium's basically like salt, and basically salt and sodium makes your blood pressure rise and it makes your body retain water. How much sodium should you have per day? The average recommended amount is no more than 2,300 milligrams. 2,300 milligrams is about the most you should have per day. So he says beans, greens, and a green emoji. Onions, I like onions. I like red onions. Mushrooms, I like mushrooms too. Berries, yeah. And nuts. I'm not mad at that. I tried to feed a squirrel some nuts today, but he was running because there were too many people at the beach. I think he was going to look at some girls. Norma. Hey. Norma, I'll watch it. Thank you, Norma. Tara. I sure will watch the replay. Thank you. Free to be me. I thought fasting would get more spiritual benefits. It became unhealthy. Yeah. I think the religious people, I was part of that. I think the religious community pumps fasting too much, and most of them end up getting a divorce. Most of them are overweight. Most of the people that I know that preach fasting, most of them are very unhealthy, physically. And so I think it's a little bit of an old mindset. It's not reading the Bible in the context. I think fasting can have benefit. I know Jesus said it. I know there's different scriptures that say it. But at the end of the day, look, to me, fasting was just a show in many aspects of it. And even when you fast, you're not supposed to tell anybody. You're supposed to just do it to yourself and not tell anybody or show anybody. I don't know. For me, nah. For me, I mean, I can lie to you. Believe me, I know the mambo jumbo. I could sit here and tell you there's some things that you have to fast. And look, for me, I did it, so you should try and experience it. But I speak to God every day. I try to live my life by the essence of the scriptures. I try to treat others how I want to be treated. I try to do the right thing. And I believe in grace and mercy. So even if people are gluttons, I still believe in grace and mercy. I don't believe in, eye for an eye. And so look, at the end of the day, though, fasting, I'm not going to lie to you, it wasn't a big life changer. And I can lie to you. I know how to lie to you, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to try to be very honest and sincere. And fasting was not a big revelation for me. It wasn't. Well, as I say that, the only thing I do say is that it did start to teach me a level of self-control. And self-control is one of the spiritual gifts, but you still need grace because you're never 100% in full self-control. Never. You always have some weakness. There's always going to be one night where you have chocolate and cheese. There's always going to be one night, where you go overboard on the lust or you go overboard on the anger. You're always, self-control though is a good goal. So I will stand with self-control being a good goal 100%. And I believe at some point, maybe fasting starts that mindset of self-control. And again, a goal, you aim for the moon, even if you miss your amongst the stars. You try to be a vegetarian, but even if you eat meat 10% of the time, I think you're better than what you started. So self-control is a goal. Even if you fail sometimes, you're still trying to be in control of yourself. Like sometimes when I do videos, I have to say, Sam, pull myself back. I have to be in a little bit more control. So this is part of maturity, and I think that's wisdom, and I think that's godly. I would agree with that. Tara, I didn't hit the gym today. That's okay. I always go by the Instagram post. Never go more than 3 days without in the gym. So I think you can miss the gym up to 3 days. If you miss the gym 4 days in a row, then you start to lose all your buff. Like remember Martin Lawrence was saying he was doing some push-ups and then he stopped doing them and then he lost all his swole. So if you don't go to the gym for 4 consecutive days, you feel like you lost all your progress. I go at least 3 days a week. That's positive. And burn 350 calories. Yeah, you don't put much. 350 calories is not even like one smoothie. 350 calories. I can eat a banana, a whole wheat bagel, and a protein bar, and that's 350 calories. You cannot outwork a bad diet. The first step to physical health is eating right. Not easy though. I understand that, and it took me physical pain to get there. A good workout will change your life. Well, mainly mentally. Physical health, yes, because you get your blood flowing, and it also allows you to look at good yoga pants in there. But really, it's mental health. Like when I work out, I feel very sharp. Physically, but also mentally. That's true. Coley, Hank, good on it. Keep it going, man. Yeah, 70-pound loss. That's a win. Mar Travels, Sammy. This is the link to Big Dirty video. Okay, I'm going to check it out. Tara, same thing happened to me. Free to be me. Fasting is not for me. Thank you for sharing. Hank says, thank you, Coley. Rick, Coley. All up, subscribe to Hank Life. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to show support. Rick, G-Bombs, and Starch Diet. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, G-Bombs? G-Strings? Norma? Sam, have you heard of the... You guys are... I don't know how to pronounce that. Shibboleth diet? It is based on a biblical diet. I don't know if I like that. I love God, but I believe that's all I really know. Well, I'm not mad at you. Again, I never want to be hurtful of someone else, whatever's working for them. So... That's what I'm saying. Like self-control right now and maturity is me pulling myself back from emotional thought. So really the wise thought and the loving thought is I've just never heard of that diet. And if it works for someone else, I have to say God bless. What worked for me, everyone has their own thing. What worked for me was just going for a walk, eating out less, and then eventually just basically getting to a plant-based diet, less chips, less stuff like that. And the grace of God along the way. But again, whatever works for you. But thank you for sharing. And this is all part of maturity, right? I'm pulling myself back from emotion. I'm trying to process this, show self-control, and I'm trying to stay open-minded that there's different ways different people do stuff. Mark Travels. First photo is Mark and his dad. The rest are me and Mark. Okay, thank you. Well, I'm going to check it out. I'll check it out tonight when I'm laid up in the back of the Renegade. Right before I check out free porn, because once I check out free porn, I'm going right to bed after that. So I got to make sure I check that out first. What, Coley, what if you have a veggie, I don't know how to pronounce that, fafis? Will movement help enough? I don't know what a fafis is. What does that mean? Sal, Texas in the house. How's it going, Sam? Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, too. Glad I made this live stream tonight. Well, I'm glad you came. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Norma, I will remember that one. You can't, I remember. Yeah, you can't outwork a bad diet. Yeah, and believe me, I've been there. Thanks, you're welcome. I'm going to put that on a post-it note. Yeah, if you Google it, Norma, there's actually a couple like Instagram motivational things. That's where I first saw it. You'll see like different images. Google it and then click on images in Google and you'll see like a lot of inspirational posts about it. Norma, I am not Shibboleth, was just curious. Yeah, I never heard of it. If you knew anything about it, I don't even know if I know how to pronounce it. Am I pronouncing it right? Sorry about that. Well, praise the Lord. That's positive. It's positive night. Oh, let me approve. They blocked Mark Travel because I guess he put a link in this thing. If you don't see your comment come up, chances are because if you put a link or if you say something, a curse word, they block it. So let me see if anyone got blocked. I approved. Oh yeah, Mark Travels. I'm gonna approve it, brother. I just approve it, so you should be able to see his link. I'm gonna check it out, brother. Hank, I pray every night before I go to sleep. Every night. It helped me. Yeah, it helps me too. I do pray. What do I pray? I pray, Lord, forgive me for my sins. If I should pass before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul take. That's what I say every night. And sometimes last night it was like in a Walmart parking lot. I said, God, forgive me for my sins. If I should pass before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul take. That's it. Amen. That's it. Not some big long thing, but I do say it. Coley, dude, I'm 48. I still can't outwork a bad diet. Yeah, it's tough. Look, food's tough. A lot of my family struggle with food their entire life. So I have no judgment. I lost an aunt to obesity. I remember going to my aunt's house and she had a bowl of pasta. Not a bowl, she had a pot of pasta. She would cook the big pot of pasta and then she wouldn't get a dish. She would take that pot and she would get a fork and she would eat right out of the pot. I understand it. It's not easy. Food's struggle, man. Rick, green beans, onion, mushroom, berry, seeds, starch, potatoes, corn, wheat, rice, quinoa. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. That's pretty magical. Millets. Sounds good. I'm not mad at that. Thank you. Well, that's positive. I think we shared a lot of positive stuff, guys. I'm very thankful. I mean, look, do I feel inspired at the end of these live feeds? I do. And then it takes me about an hour to come down. And then it depends what day it is. Then I start to think about tomorrow. And then I wake up in the morning. And it all depends, but it is a daily battle to stay inspired in this world. But it's a worthwhile fight. That's the whole thing. Like, because I often ask myself, is it worth the fight? Well, even if you don't feel like it's worth the fight to stay inspired, your alternative is you still have to live in this world. So I don't want to be uninspired. I might as well fight. What's the opposite? Just not fighting and giving up? You can do it. I know a lot of people have given up on life. And I'm not going to say, like, if it ever gets bad enough, I wouldn't give up on life. I don't want to be disingenuous. But all I can focus on is what I can control, and I want to try to be as positive as possible. I want to try to be as inspired as possible in an uninspired world. And I hope that rubs off in some way on you guys. And I appreciate you guys encouraging and inspiring me. And I thank you. Norma, thank you. And Rick, thank you. And Coley, thank you. And Hank, thank you. And thank you each and every person who left a comment. I really appreciate it. All seriousness. And also remember to laugh. But in seriousness, I do appreciate you guys. It means something to me. I hope you have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. And we just take life one day at a time. Allen, Illinois, love to you, brother. Positive vibes. Rick,